Attack on Titan is often described as a dark fantasy, a story about monsters, walls, and humanity fighting for survival. But that description misses the truth, because Attack on Titan is not really about titans, it is about genocide, about ethnic hatred, inherited guilt, and how ordinary people can be convinced that extermination is necessary. What makes this anime terrifying is not what it imagines, it's what it remembers. At first glance, Attack on Titan feels distant from reality. Giant humanoid creatures, impossible technology, a fictional world. But the Titans are a distraction. They exist to pull your attention away from the real horror. Because the true enemy in this story is not monsters, it is fear, weaponized by the state. In the world of Attack on Titan, Eldians are marked from birth. They wear armbands. They are confined to specific zones. They are forbidden from mixing freely with the rest of society. They are blamed for crimes committed generations before they were born. This is not symbolism. This is history. During the 20th century, entire populations were forced to wear identifiers. They were herded into ghettos, stripped of rights, and labeled as threats to society. Not because of what they did, but because of who they were. The people of Marley do not call Eldians human. They call them devils, monsters, a danger to the world. This language matters, because genocide does not begin with violence. It begins with words. When a group is no longer seen as human, their suffering becomes acceptable, their deaths become necessary, and their extermination becomes justified. Attack on Titan shows this process with chilling accuracy. One of the most disturbing ideas in the series is inherited guilt. Eldians are punished for the actions of their ancestors. They are taught from childhood that they deserve their suffering, that their blood is cursed, that their existence is a crime. This is how real-world genocides survive, by teaching victims to accept blame for being born. The internment zones in Attack on Titan are not subtle. Walls, guards, restricted movement, people packed together under constant surveillance. These zones are not prisons because of crimes, they are prisons of identity. History has seen this before, again, and again, and again. Perhaps the most horrifying aspect is the use of children. Eldian children are recruited, trained, and sent to war. They are told that if they fight, if they kill, if they obey, they might earn the right to be treated as human. This is not fiction. Totalitarian regimes have always targeted youth, because children are easier to shape, easier to break, and easier to turn into weapons. Marley does not rely on force alone, it relies on propaganda. Eldians who serve the state are praised as good ones. They are used as proof that the system is fair. But this praise is conditional. It lasts only as long as obedience does. Attack on Titan makes one thing clear. You cannot earn your way out of genocide. What makes Attack on Titan so painful is that it refuses simple answers. Victims become perpetrators. Oppressed people gain power and repeat the same horrors, not because they are evil, but because trauma demands justification. The story does not excuse genocide, it exposes the cycle that sustains it. Eren is not born a villain, he is created, through fear, loss, and relentless exposure to violence. He represents what happens when a system leaves no path to justice, when survival feels impossible without becoming the monster you were taught to hate. This is how radicalization works, not through madness, but through despair. Attack on Titan hurts because it does not offer comfort. There are no pure heroes, no clean victories, only people trapped inside systems designed to produce violence. That is why the story resonates, because history does not give happy endings, it gives consequences. Attack on Titan is not about Titans, it is about what happens when fear replaces empathy, when history is rewritten to justify cruelty, and when humanity decides that some lives are expendable. This anime does not glorify genocide, it warns against it. Because the real monsters were never the Titans, they were us.